And there it is. Finally, here is the refresh, or coming soon refresh at the very least, to that TS-464 series. This is the TS-h465, a new 4-bay Intel Twin Lake powered solution from QNAP. Again, the previous generation of this series was launched in 2023 and 2024. And alongside this 4-bay, we've also got a hold of the 2-bay model as well, arriving with SATA drives, 2 SATA bays in this one, 4 SATA bays in that one, also 2 M.2 NVMe slots inside, arriving with a couple of 2.5 gig NICs, a PCIe upgrade card, dual HDMI 2.2 and USB 10 gig ports there. So again, we didn't expect an enormous refresh on top of the TS-464 and 264 series. It's understandable really. When you think about the number of years that have gone by, the cost increase in terms of hard drives, SSD and RAM, you know, these solutions were never going to be breaking the formats there. At the very least, they're trying to maintain that price point that the previous generations have had. Alongside that, arriving with that Twin Lake processor, the N150, you only have 9 lanes to play with. There are other solutions that we're going to talk about in other videos that arrive with an Intel i3, that 1215U. But at the very least, this one arriving with 4 gig of SODIMM DDR5 memory, scalable of course across 2 SODIMM slots there. They've gone for a new chassis design as well, for those that haven't already caught it. Plastic all the way around. It has a magnetic removable front enclosure there with additional cooling there on the top. There's no LCD panel. I think that has kind of gone for the last 5 years there. But the one-touch copy button there with a USB Type-C port there on the front is pretty good. The PCIe slot there at the top is Gen 3x2, and the M.2 NVMe slots are Gen 3x1 each. But there are a couple of other items of note. Number one, these devices are going to be arriving out the gate with support of QUTF, the ZFS variation of QNAP software. Now, technically that's not new. You're able to do that in the 64 series and a few other Intel Celeron powered devices. But let's be realistic. Notwithstanding running a ZFS file system with all the bells and whistles and the apps and services on a Celeron chip was always going to be a little bit shaky. But on top of that, when the original 64 series arrived in 2022-23, a lot of users would have deployed it at that point on the ext4 QTS platform. And the idea, years down the road, of formatting it to the ground, having to offload that data and bung on ZFS, was always going to be a little bit questionable. Don't worry. Now, these rocking out with that software allows you to take advantage of the inline to duplication, compaction, triple parity rate, all the inline services and benefits and caching of ZFS, but out a new box out the door. Now, these are slated to arrive at the end of Q2, early Q3, so September, October at the earliest. And again, they're saying they're going to maintain the price point that the 64 series launched at. Now, again, fast forwarding all of those years when you factor in inflation and the hardware costs, but also weighing that against the fact that hard drives and SSDs these days are 2 to 3 times more expensive in real terms, they're going to have to maintain that price point as much as they can. So overall, this is quite a chunky monkey compared to its predecessor, plenty of cooling there to play with. But I'm going to be really interested to hear what you guys think of the design of this, because it is a completely different model. They've not gone with that colored panel, it is removable, but it's a much more industrial, aggressive design than what we've seen before. They've even eliminated the QNAP logo in favor of these line stripe ones here on the side. But what do you guys think? Let's talk about this more in the comments. There's an article below. And to be frank, there is an absolute shed load of stuff here at the QNAP stand here at Computex. So we're going to be going through a lot of it, either a big, larger video with all of the bits and bobs, or we are going to be talking about a new couple of items that are going to be joining, refreshing the existing 73A series and the 74 series. So check those out. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.